Bon après-midi, il est temps de boire un verre de vin, un vin blanc pour moi. So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. Let's wind down on the LA Times Monday crossword. New York Times is still on strike, but I got to hand it to the folks at the LA Times. Never done the grid before, but I'm kind of falling in love with it. Kind of liking having a streak. So I can't wait until the mother of all crosswords comes back online and the strike is over and everybody's happy. But in the time being, I'm liking the LA Times. It's maybe something that I just have to keep doing. Just add yet another puzzle to the daily mix, right? So that's what it is. But today we're doing it with a nice Silvaner, which is a German dry white wine. And we're doing that with a Spritzen today. I got this large cube of ice in there, and I love it when it hits the bell here on this Italian crystal, and it just makes this beautiful gong noise, but you can't really make it do it. It's just one of those things that happens. But have a white wine Spritzer with me, or have whatever you'd like with me. Let's go ahead and jump into our grid today and see what we got. Nice way to refresh oneself on Veterans Day. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. We have a Monday, November 11th, and it is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all of those who have served the United States and its allies. Thank you. So we've got a construction by John Michael Curry, edited by Patty Varrell, and let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to play solo. Clearly, probably be a better thing to do. Okay, so blank dab in the middle, and I'm thinking this might be just a smack dab in the middle, and that gives us a way to open up. Beach bottle number, how about an SPF, right? City west of Venice. Been there quite often. Absolutely beautiful and cold in the winter. Whew. Actress Whitman, I think that might be May. Let's see. Can't be photo booth accessory. That could be like a feather boa. So I think we got May there for sure, though. Let's go ahead and check out toothpaste endorsing organization, the American Dental Association, maybe? Does it make history? We got this telltale question mark here. So what do you think? Maybe cuts class? Let's see if it works. And I do think we have a feather boa starting to rear its ugly head. Epitome of slowness, I guess it would be a snail. A pop could be each. Okay, well, we're getting there. Diamond birthstone month, and that would be April. And wow, what a lucky star to be born in April, right? Smartphone downloads, perhaps we're talking about apps here. We've got a sea urchin making an appearance. Shave and then down and parenthetical, so maybe pair down. And Halo Star Schreiber, I guess it's Pablo. And I want to make sure in favor of pro. Okay, nice. Moving on. Paper money. We call that Bargeld here in Germany. I guess we're talking about cash, though, in the U.S. Pink cocktail familiarly. What is wrong with me today? Haven't had enough of my solver's courage, clearly. Spanish 8, ocho, very nice, except as a coupon. That didn't just jump out at me there. I had to think about that for a second. Honor, yeah, I guess we need to honor that, right? Comics icon Lee, I guess we're talking about Stan Lee. McGowan of the Pogues, and that would be Shane. Big fan of the Pogues, but really, who's not, right? So got an amino acid coming through here, and last part of a play, perhaps. I don't think it's going to be Act 2. So we're going to go with, we'll go with this Act 4 and see what that does for us. Card with no face or number. I guess we're talking about the ace. Southern California's June gloom, essentially. And I guess this would be cloud cover. And only our cousins in California would come up with such a lovely little name for that, the June gloom, right? Because it's clouding. Inflict upon, maybe due to? I don't know. Fish eggs could be row. I hope I didn't put a 0 in there. I hope that was a O. Okay, good. Gravy vessel. This is a boat. Mountain range from Kazakhstan to the Arctic Ocean, and those are the Urals. I have been there, and they are absolutely stunning, but they go up, right? Wow. On in years could be old. Okay, let's finish out 32 down. Let's go close out our eastern seaboard here. National Park in Alberta, and I think that's probably Banff. And so, fades to black, maybe ends. Cat's noise. Oh, I don't know. How about a meow? Gut punch reaction, maybe oof. Yeah. Also, the reaction I have when I see somebody else getting, gut punched, either physically, practically, metaphorically, makes no difference. You're still going oof, So yeah, it's one of those things. Perfectly timed. Goes for maybe opts. I'm feeling really refreshing. It's a refreshing feeling that we've got in the fact that the language of the LA Times is so different from the New York Times, but some of it is the same, right? So, petty quarrels. You think snits or spats? Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't even know. So let's just see what we got here. Candy treat shaped like a chick or a a bunny, and I don't eat them. Clearly, we got a marshmallow something here, though. What that is, I don't know. I've got to spell it correctly. Marshmallow. Marshmallow. Armed conflict, war. Yeah, but I don't know what it could be, though. Marshmallow. Perfectly timed. I guess that could be opportune. Snores. Affliction could definitely be apnea. Petty quarrels. So I guess we got our spats out of that. Okay, so marshmallow what? I've never heard of it. We got penne, pasta, and start as a round, as a golf round. I guess we're gonna be teeing up. Is this a peep? Marshmallow peep that would help me with opportune trademarked pastry creation. Keyboard shortcut starter. How about control? So this may be a cronut, and I don't know anything about them. But hey, note to self, I'm going to try to figure that out, right? That's kind of a fun new thing to learn, a cronut. I guess I'm not familiar with what it could be that this is, some sort of portmanteau for, though. I think weightlifters, units, or reps. I think I got opportune in here. And let's see here. So listen up. Maybe, hey. Maybe. Heavens to Betsy. Some of those things. I took a graduate linguistics course in etymology, and that's one of those that I never studied. Heavens to Betsy, but I just wondered what that's all about. Got a note to self: cronuts and heavens to Betsy. Media that's burned before reading, I guess, is CDs. Pretty clever. Battery terminal, always an anode. Do not disturb. Trial period for a new product, and what 17, 25, 38, and 46 across all have. I don't know, but this is probably a soft launch. So there's always that. One-time Swedish automaker. Whew! I tell you, whenever I see two vowels or something like that together that don't belong together, normally I kind of get like, oh, where did I fat finger something? For starters, how about first? Posh. How about ritzy? Lean and muscular, maybe wiry. Proposal, perhaps we're talking about an offer. And Mid-East Canal would be Suez. French, yes, oui. And north-northeast, opposite, south-southwest. For some reason I always get a British Cockney accented sailor in mind when I see northeast to south-southwest. I don't know why. Maybe it was from Master and Commander. How about an alley-oop? Sleepover hideaway. Looks like we've got a pillow for it. Probably constructed my fair share of those in my childhood. Now, Eli Lilly, though I don't necessarily remember if it's an I or a Y at the end. Hey, it must be a Y because I think we got the Itsy Bitsy Spider, who probably has a Napoleon complex. Just saying. Calm periods could be lulls. Flower pot spot. How about a sill? And that's it for me. Well, gosh, I would normally say I'm out, but I guess we're looking for an I quit here, which is different. Skeet, shout, pull. Cola brand would be Pepsi, furnished with gear, equip. Yeah, I'm kind of learning my lesson, you know, about just going with downs or crosses only. Sometimes it makes sense, but then when you don't solve the puzzle when you wanted to because there's something amiss, well, that's the worst feeling ever, right? So I guess a savory quality would be umami. And some fidelity offerings for short. I'm guessing we're talking about IRAs. I don't know if they do IPOs. Hoorah! Military organization. It's the United States Marine Corps, not the United States Karma Corps. That's the one I belong to, the Oxford Karma Corps, right? Catherine's Schitt's Creek roll, and I think she's Moira or something. I saw the first season. Shotzi and I watched it, but I couldn't say. I think that's what her name is, though. So Cash Slangly, I guess we're talking about moolah. Fire residue, how about ash? And then what do we got here? Renewable energy source for solar. And yeah, Moira, or Mara, depending on her pronunciation. But then I think we got an alias. So how do we do, Bob? 10 minutes and 17 seconds. It might have been half that if I wasn't too busy, you know, running my sower. But I enjoy running my sower. So it's kind of what gets me through the grids. It gets me through the grids with a grin on my face, and I dig that very much. Hey, this was a solid grid. There wasn't any really genuinely inelegant fill to speak of, right? I mean, you kind of expect you're going to have, you know, when you have these three-letter, limits and tolerances there, you're going to get a CDs or you're going to get an ADA out of that thing. But still, a grid kind of restores all its credibility when it starts throwing in, you know, the French for yes, just a simple oui, right? Or a non, right? You know, which would just be fabulous. So on the whole, great grid, and I enjoyed doing this today. And yes, I'm still mourning the status of the New York Times situation, but it's New York, the greatest city on earth, right? So they're going to figure it out, and I figure it's coming. So let's go ahead and top this thing on out of here. And then we'll bring down our bannière d'adieu. And until we see you for tomorrow's grids, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. Be good to yourselves, be great to your neighbors, and be phenomenal to the people behind you in line. We'll see you tomorrow. Be well until then. Take care.